Oh, the sneaky, dirty little secret that modern women try to keep away from men. They don't want you to know this, but as a modern woman who obviously knows other modern women, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. But you need to know this. There's a disclaimer. You're like, oh shit, of course there's a disclaimer. Why can't anything be straight with these women? Well, sometimes we wonder the same about you. Sorry, I'm just teasing you guys. You know I gotta give it back to you. So here's the disclaimer. The disclaimer is that unless you're the kind of guy that makes her feel safe, unless you're the kind of guy that she desires, respects, she ain't gonna want to do this with you. And that's the reality of this. So I want to tell you how you can also be the man that a modern woman wants to fulfill this dirty secret fantasy with. If you're new here, welcome. I am Arica Angelo, dating and relationship expert for 16 years, author, speaker, and television host. If you're new, subscribe right now and hit the like button. I also do a lot of lives, so if you don't have the notification bell on, you will never know. And I've released a brand new program called Mastering Intimacy, the Ultimate Lover's Playbook. You want to grab that right now. And there's also a way for you to get my new course that I haven't been talking about, but it's called Magnetic Man. Shh. If you didn't hear, you just didn't hear. But yep, you can check that out when you get Mastering Intimacy, the Ultimate Lover's Playbook. So listen, some of the things that I'm going to share with you here, I do a deep dive in the course. So unless you have the course, you probably are just going to hear this and go, Arica, that's too generic. How do I actually do this? Well, we don't have all the time in the world to tell you that. So get the course and then you can dive in and do it at your own leisure. It's in the comment section. It's in the description. Get your hands on it right now. Men all over the world are loving it. And when I say all over the world, I'm really shocked. Literally all over the world. It's incredible. But yes, get your hands on it. All right, here's the ultimate secret. Are you ready? We want to be treated like whores. I said it. Did she say that? Did she really just say, modern women want to be treated like whores? How dare she? How dare she say this in this woke age? How dare you say that? And that's why they try to hide this shit from you guys. And the reality is I'm calling bullshit on it because behind closed doors, they're talking to their girlfriends. We are talking amongst each other. And at the end of the day, we still want to feel like a whore in the bedroom with you. And even married women, men, you guys who are married men, you get your wife and she has some children for you and she's running the finances, she's running whatever she's running, the household, but you quit treating her like the whore. There's a reason why that song says, I want a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. But what happens is men forget about that. You want to, and I get it, it's sweet. You want to be respectful, you want to be kind, but eventually you got to spice that shit up, man. You can't be so salt and pepper. You got to throw in some Cajun seasoning in there. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of fajitas, frijoles, some spice. You know what I'm saying, man? You got to spice it up for us. But yes, women, we still want to feel like that because here's the thing. Yes, when we're first having sex with you and it's beautiful and you're being nice and you're being sweet and you're like, was that good for you? And you're doing all the nice guy things. But eventually we want you to flip us over and spank that ass and pull those hips up and give it to us. We want to be treated like a whore, just little, hair pulling. You know what I mean? Like jacking us up against the wall, picking us up, giving it to us, bending us over a table and just pulling up our skirt and just right there on the table, clashing papers, moving books around, remote controls, everything just getting thrown everywhere. Yes. Modern women are hiding this from you. This is their dirty secret. This is their fantasy. And I've said this a million times in my videos, but if this were not true, then 50 Shades of Grey would have never been as successful as it was. Why? She wants that raw masculine power coming from your body, coming from your penis. We want that shit. But women don't tell you that. Why? I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. Pay attention. And I'm going to tell you how to become the kind of guy that she wants to fulfill this fantasy with, okay? Because not every guy is going to get access to that. Only the select few. And I'm going to tell you how to sign up for that select few club, or how to be the man who gets in that club. The reality is this. We are evolving, and yes, women are becoming woke, but that's because a lot of dirty shit went on. Women have been sexually abused. They've been physically abused. There's been a lot of dark shit that has happened to women. That is not even within question. That shit has happened. And so yes, people are moving through movements right now to find their voices. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. They still want to be treated like whores in the bedroom. So they may talk all Puritan when they get on their social media, and it's like, listen, if a guy doesn't respect me, and if he's like not like gentle and a gentleman, then I'm like, I have no time for that. Yeah, that's what bitch is saying on social media. But behind closed doors, she's like, oh, and he smacked my ass, and then he thrusted me, and he just held me down as he thrusted it in me. And I was like, oh my God, it was so hot. Yeah, she's got two faces. So I'm exposing that. But I do want to bring in the full picture so that we don't demonize women as well, because that doesn't get us anywhere. It's just like, doesn't get us anywhere demonize men. Doesn't get us anywhere demonizing anyone. But the reality is there are women out there who have been traumatized by men. And so not every woman is going to feel safe enough to explore that with you. Or some of them have been severely hurt, and maybe they don't even realize they're open to that. And so they don't go there at all. So I do want to say that there are a group of women who have been very traumatized, and they have legitimate reasons why they don't want to be treated like a whore. But the majority, I want to start throwing in percentages, but I haven't, I don't want to do that. But what I'm saying is the majority of modern women, we still have that urge. We still want you. Why? Because we want you to take control. We want you to feel like the man. We want you to be the predator, and we are your prey. We want that. And of course, listen, there are some of us women, alphas as well, where sometimes we like to flip the switch. And like, no, you shut your mouth. I'll write this. You get what I'm saying? I'm probably telling way too much. But we all have those sides to us. But yes, at the end of the day, modern women, they do want to be treated like a whore. So how do you, because I'm telling you who's not going to get into that fantasy. Nice guys, you might as well just check yourself out the door, because you ain't got a chance of fulfilling this fantasy with her. No chance in hell is she fulfilling that fantasy with you. Not going to happen. It's the guy who, first and foremost, makes her feel safe. You got to make her feel safe psychologically, emotionally, and all of that happens before the bedroom. And I really go into that in that program, Mastering Intimacy, because so much of sex happens here for a woman and here for a woman before it even gets here. And I really dive into teaching you guys that. It may not make sense at first, but once you really understand that that's where it starts for a woman, that most of your work happens before you get her into the bedroom. So yeah, she needs a guy who makes her feel super safe. Also, a guy who knows how to build that sexual tension with her, because it is a bridge. You got to build to it. So the baseline, the foundation is safety, but then like a roller coaster, when you're building up, you got to build the sexual escalation. You got to know how to tease her, how to build that sexual tension. And hey, when you get that program, there is a bonus in there where I tell you how to build sexual escalation. So don't worry, I'm not going to leave you abandoned. It's there. But yeah, it's a guy who makes her feel safe, a guy who also knows how to build that tension with her, that escalation, getting up there. And then the third thing is a guy who has the balls to take the risk. is really what it boils down to. So, and this is where a lot of my nice guys lose. They'll never get that opportunity to be an ultimate woman's fantasy because they don't take the risk. They don't push the envelope after she has consented, after you guys are getting sexy. He doesn't take it further. He just stays in the safe zone. He's in the missionary position for the full 20 minutes to 2 hours. He's just same position. And would you like to try a different? No. You can't come with that energy, man. You got to be the man who's willing to take some risk in the bedroom. And I teach you how to do that in that playbook. But yes, that's the secret fantasy that they are hiding from you men, is that they still want to be treated like horse. And you would be surprised. Some of the most plain Jane women that just look so, in the box and just like modern and sophisticated, and she's the doctor, she's this, she's that. Yeah, those women are talking dirty things and they still want to have that ass whack smacked. So in the comment section, tell me, have you been curious if this is true? Like, is this something you're like, I kind of wondered if this is true, because why was that movie so damn successful? But why do they say such bullshit on social media? Well, now you know. In the comment section, I want to hear what you have to say. Listen, babe, you as a man, you're needed. You're needed in this planet. You matter. You're loved. And here's a whole bunch of other videos to support you. I got you. You're not alone. You are not alone. Woo! Love you. See you in my next video. Mwah.